Hey there, folks. This is Frank Ilman Guancho here with another episode of Pokemon Go. I'm launching my game right now. I want to cover today getting rid of your duplicates Pokemon and transfer candies, and emphasize how important it is to do that. Other than other than collecting and hunting and catching Pokemons. It's a good idea for you to continue um, cleaning up your Pokemon's list. I'm gonna go ahead and give you step by step how to do this and show you all the things that you need to be aware of when you're in the game. If you go to your Pokemon Ball menu, you go to the Pokemon list here on the left, and notice the different items there. Here you can also view your eggs, the number of eggs you have. I have two eggs incubated, and here's you scroll to the left and you see your list of Pokemon. Notice on the upper left corner you read the words Pokemon, and it has two numbers there, 165 out of 350. This is the number that you need to keep in mind when you collect your Pokemons. I've seen users that have 250 and they were asking me, how do I get 350? I don't really know how I got 350. Most players at my level have an allowance of 250 Pokemons in their list. I have 350. And notice also that I have only 165 in my list. But at some point, if you're on 250 and you collect Pokemons or catch them, and you don't do anything with them, then you're gonna max out your storage, and you're gonna have to forcibly clean your list. Now I'm gonna show you how do I go about doing it. You can choose a different way playing around with the game. Once you're on your list, I normally sort them by number. I can also sort them by name and groups them by name. And the sort or group by number usually takes the index number. Each Pokemon has a unique index number, so it will sort them out from the lowest number to the highest number, taking into account the index. So I'm choosing the index number, and that groups my Pokemons in groups. Okay. Remember to use this tool. Okay, you can change this view at any time. You can choose them by most recent, by your favorite. If you flag your Pokemon with a star, that means that's your favorite number. I already covered that. Is the index number or the Pokédex number. Heart power or heat power is by how much power, heart or heat power the Pokemon has. It will list them by heart power from the highest to the lowest. Name, which I covered, in combat power, combat power. Okay, so once you're on your list and you're able to group them by either name or number, you're gonna see that they're grouped together. That makes your work much easier when you do the merge. Here there's different factors that I consider. Two factors. I consider combat power. I also big into considering the weight, because I believe that each Pokemon is unique. This one, for example, the one with the higher CP is 214, and it has a weight of 1963 kilograms. 19.63 kilograms. If you're curious about what that is equivalent to pounds, then you probably can use Google search to convert that number into pounds. This was an extra large also. I noticed that there's a blue mark or blue label that says extra large. So that's what I take into account. But so when you do this, you probably what you want to do when you do this, when you do the merge or the transfer, what happens is you take them. You want to take the one with the least combat power. In this case is 89. This is my last Poliwag. The least with the least CP or combat power is 89. I'm gonna open it up to see what the weight is. It's 1197, so it's smaller than the 19.63 kilograms. So you click on it. Now, a few things that you need to consider here. Each Pokemon consumes its own type of candy. In this case, Poliwag candy. I'm showing here that I have 50 Poliwag candy. You can see the same exact name for all the ones that you open. It says 50. You can access that same number from if you open a different Poliwag. 50. That number is always going to be 50. So you select it and you scroll all the way down. Now when you do this, remember you're getting rid of this Poliwag or this Pokemon, taking out of your list of Pokemons, and transfer one candy to that pool of 50. So you hit on transfer and it's gonna prompt you to make sure that you're doing this. Nobody's forcing you. You say yes. You hit on yes, and now it gives you a message saying that it's been transferred, removed from the list, and now you can access the same verify that the number of Poliwag candy is now 51, which you eventually can use to evolve these Pokemon. You can choose. Now, if you want to evolve, you want to choose the one with the higher CP. Higher CP means more power, and also I will encourage you. And if you want to do it or not, make sure check the weight, because that also takes into account when you evolve them. It will evolve another. In this case, would be Poliwhirl of bigger size. There might be some discrepancies, as far as what players really consider as far when they put their Pokemon on fight on gyms. I am not sure yet if it's important to consider the weight when you place them into fights. But logically, my logic says that if you put a Pokemon with bigger weight, obviously you have more chances of winning if your Pokemon is big enough. Not only powerful enough, but big enough. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm crazy enough, but I think this is important. Okay, so once you do that, you are good to go. You do the same for the ones that you wanna remove in transfer candies, and until you clean up your list. Remember that when you evolve, you get the most points. Minimum, I think, is 500 XP for a single evolving. If you use your lucky egg, that you're gonna double that amount. So it's helpful to keep evolving, because it gives you the most points, and you can raise your level very quickly if you have enough, so you can do evolving, or you spend one day doing evolving. You'll notice that you will raise your level very quickly. I'm at level 16 right now, so I'm moving forward, and it's really good. Okay, folks, that's all I'm going to show you. If you have any questions, just post them down there. Any comments, any good or bad comments, that's okay with me. Everybody's free to say whatever they want to say. Okay, happy and safe Pokemon Go canteen. I still don't get that. I haven't got that that phrase. Okay, very good. I'll see you next time.